Hey y'all, welcome back to Heretics Bible Study. Today we're talking about Judah. Judah is the fourth son of Jacob and Leah. The other wives, he doesn't have any other wives yet. He's with Leah for 7 years before he can marry his beloved. Jacob's blessing upon Judah is, Judah, your brothers will praise you. Your hand will be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's son will bow down to you.
You are a lion's cub, O Judah. You return from the prey, my son. Like a lion, he crouches and lies down. Like a lioness, who dares to rouse him?
The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until he comes to whom it belongs, and the obedience of the nation is his. He will tether his donkey to a vine, his colt to the choicest branch. He will wash his garments in wine, his robes in the blood of grapes. His eyes will be darker than wine, his teeth whiter than milk. Judah and Joseph have the longest blessings. But it's kind of understandable because Joseph is the firstborn. Judah isn't. He really gets his position because Simeon, Levi, and Reuben have been a disappointment. He takes part in battles, but he doesn't stand on business the way Simeon and Levi do. In fact, in a story told in Jasher, chapter 38, Judah gave a most piercing and tremendous shriek, the shriek of Judah. And Judah, jealous for God, called out, "Oh God, help, help. Send help to us and our brothers." And Judah shouted upon the wall, and Judah shouted. And they terrified Judah, and Judah cried out to his brothers from the wall. And Judah continued to cry, and he exclaimed, "O Lord, help us, O Lord, deliver us." And he cried out with a loud voice upon the wall, and the cry was heard at a great distance. And after this cry, he again repeated to shout. When Judah meets Joseph for the first time after he's sold as a slave, Judah's the one who comes up with this alternative idea. Hey, let's just sell him instead of kill him. Reuben was going to bring him back. Judah's going to sell him. In Jasher chapter 54, Judah kind of gets in a shouting match with Joseph because Joseph is going to keep Benjamin behind, and Judah's like, "No, you can't do that." And we know how that worked out. Benjamin stayed back with Joseph. So starting with Genesis 38. At that time, Judah left his brothers and went to stay with a man of Adullam named Hira. There, Judah met the daughter of a Canaanite man named Shua. He married her and lay with her. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son, who was named She conceived again and gave birth to a son and named him Onan. She gave birth to still another son and named him Shelah. It was at Kezib that she gave birth to him. Judah got a wife for his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. But Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the Lord's sight, so the Lord put him to death. Then Judah said to Onan, "Lie with your brother's wife and fulfill your duty to her as a brother-in-law to produce offspring for your brother." But Onan knew that the offspring would not be his, so whenever he lay with his brother's wife, he spilled his semen on the ground to keep from producing offspring for his brother. What he did was wicked in the Lord's sight, so he put him to death also. Judah then said to his daughter-in-law Tamar, "Live as a widow in your father's house until my son Shelah grows up," for he thought he may die too, just like his brothers. So Tamar went to live in her father's house. And Judah did no more desire to give unto her Shiloh, for he said, "Perhaps he will also die like his brothers." And Tamar rose up and went and remained in her father's house. And Tamar was in her father's house for some time. At the revolution of the year, Aliath, the wife of Judah, died, and Judah was comforted for his wife. And after the death of Aliath, Judah went up with his friend Hira to Timnah to shear their sheep. And Tamar heard that Judah had gone up to Timnah to shear the sheep, and that Shiloh was grown up, and Judah didn't give it to her. And Tamar rose up and put off the garments of her widowhood, and she put a veil upon her, and she entirely covered herself, and she went and sat in the public thoroughfare, which is upon the road to Timnah. And Judah passed and saw her and took her. He came to her, and she conceived by him. And at the time of being delivered, behold, there were twins in her womb. She called the name of the first Perez, and the name of the second Zerah. And this is the story of how Judah became the father of his own grandchildren. The word Perez means breach, and Zerah's descendants become the scarlet thread bloodline. And while we are not confident of the stone that's associated with it, we are confident of Judah in the 4th position, even though the other 3 have lost their placement. Judah's not moving up. All right, even though we don't know what stone Judah is associated with, we do know that he's associated with the 4th letter of the Bible, which is the character Shin. But we'll go over all of that in another video. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Peace out.